Welcome to ESTNN. My name is Malik, and today we are going to talk about Valorant agents. Before we get started, if you like this video, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and hit that bell notification if you want to stay up to date on when we post new videos. The latest duelist added to Valorant's roster is Reyna. She often just rips through enemy squads with ease. Today we're going to run down her abilities and some of the tactics that you can use with Reyna in order to get the leg up on your opponents. Her first ability is Leer, and this flashbang acts as an in-between of Omen's near sight and Breach's flash that gets shot through a wall. Leer is this little Eye of Sauron orb that Reyna throws out, and it can go through walls and a lot of other various surfaces. Any enemy staring into its cat-like gaze will be nearsighted, just how Omen's paranoia works. It makes it incredibly hard to see. The upside for the enemy though is that if they aren't looking at Leer, then it won't affect them. It can also be shot and it doesn't last that long. So use this ability to kind of flash a corner for your team and get in there and do some damage. One of my favorite tactics with Leer is throwing it fairly high up in the sky and poking around a corner only to shoot the poor guy who is stuck staring at it. Think of it almost like the dodgeball technique, where you lodge one ball up in the air only to peg the guy standing below it with a blank stare on his face. Her next two abilities rely on a resource known as soul orbs. For anyone who played Reaper back in the old school days of Overwatch, these should look fairly similar to you, and they actually kind of operate the same way. When you kill an enemy, this little orb appears on the ground. The first ability to run off of these soul orbs is Devour. And what this ability does is heal her for 100 health over a small period of time. As I said, the ability heals for 100. So if you just happen to don't need that much health, the rest of it gets applied to an overheal, which acts as a temporary shield that only lasts as long as the overheal ability itself. Two major things to note with Devour is that one, it will not heal you through a firefight. If somebody is already opening fire, it will only be a band-aid in the major bullet wounds that are flying through you. And second, if you break line of sight with the orb while using Devour, it will stop healing. So once you get up to full health and get a little bit of overshield, don't feel bad about peeking into cover. But let's say that you're all good on health, and you know that if you come around that corner, there is a nice little operator shot waiting for your head. Well, that's where her second ability comes into play. Dismiss is Reaper's Shadow Step. It allows her to instantly consume the orb, and she doesn't go invisible, but she becomes ethereal, making her impossible to hit. This allows for some great repositioning opportunities or to get even more aggressive with the enemy. There is a short window, however, coming out of Dismiss where she takes a second to get her weapon out. Reyna is at her most powerful when she is in her ultimate form, and that is Empress. It is quite possible to pop this thing at the beginning of a round and keep it going for the entire duration. What this ability does is it gives her a faster equip rate, a faster reload speed, and a faster firing rate. Kills will reset the timer on her ultimate, just how Jett's blades will reset when she gets a kill. In Reyna's ultimate, her Q ability disappears, and instead she starts absorbing the orbs slowly over time, healing herself. She can still, however, use her E ability, where she goes completely invisible for a short period of time, only to pop up somewhere with a random cackle. It can be a little bit overpowered at times, but if you pay attention to the audio clues, you won't have a problem locating her and taking her out. One mistake that new players make with Reyna is not understanding that you can half absorb health from the orb of a killed enemy and then still use the E ability to go completely invisible. This makes her a devastating force, not having to use up ability charge just to heal herself. Even more, it allows her to continually kill someone, reposition, and heal as she needs. If she only sustains 50 damage in a team fight, she can heal for another 50, get out of there, and then reposition, take another person out, get another 50 health back, and before you know it, the round's over and Reyna has an ace. Reyna might not be the most useful when it comes to coordinated team fights, but in a solo game or a nice round of Spike Rush, she is an absolute monster. My name is Malik. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked this video, make sure to drop us a like. If you want to stay up to date on all of the other videos that we are putting out, in addition to all of our Valorant and other esports related stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe and that bell icon so that way you will get notifications whenever we post new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.